Ping G10. It's arrived, we're gonna hit it. I've got a 9-degree Ping G10. It's in pretty good nick actually. TFC 129 shaft. Pretty sure this was the shaft that came with this club. Original grip, could be better, but I'm expecting good things from this one. The Ping G10 driver followed the very popular G5 driver. So they had a big kind of driver to try and back up with the G10. It kind of incorporates much of what G5 have. I think they pushed the weight a little bit lower back, they say a little bit more stable. Still came with that kind of half moon lineup line on top, which kind of divided Ping fans and people who were trying the driver. Some loved it, some hated it. And to be honest with you, the G10 doesn't really, in its advertising, say much that they don't say at the minute. The weight was back for high stability, so high MOI, and then they also deliver quite low spins for how far back it went as well. That kind of all gaming friendly driver. Fixed neck as well in this club. Remember, Ping didn't come to the changeable neck game till a long way more down their driver history. And if anything, the G10 was slightly deeper, but it was still a 460cc head, so it didn't look as massive because it went a little bit deeper, but it was still 460cc. So this driver cost me $49.99, 50 quid. I'm expecting good things. Maybe we should get out and try it. Quite excited by this. I've got a feeling it might be a good one. Again, definitely a new grip would be order of the day. It just looks great, this driver. It sits perfectly neutral. Silver face, black top. You got this little curved, I don't know if you're getting that, little curved like half moon lineup that looks nice. Like this one has been looked after, the top of it, few dinks, but pretty good. What's it, bronze shaft going in as well, looks good. All right, let's see what we get out of this. Looking so good down by the ball. Felt like I hit that pretty good. I'd expect that to be kind of on line, maybe fraction, no, slightly right of the line, but I'd expect that to be maybe slightly left, but I'll take it. Hit that nice. The sound is muted, like it's not got a big ping ting to it. I would say like the modern Pings are louder than the G10, which is interesting. That's because I'd guess that there might have been a bit more like tingy drivers out at this point. I would argue out of the old ones I've tested, joint with the Mizuno, maybe this is the best looking down by the ball by a long way. Bit heely. Be interesting to see how that goes. Yeah, so it's shorter. I did strike it a bit of a heely cut, but again, target wise, not bad. That felt good. Good numbers on that. Decent again for target. Struck nicely high, kind of toe-ish. I think what's interesting is the sound is definitely going to make you feel like this is a slower driver. Like you just change the acoustics of this and I think it would be like you'd really think it's super, super fast. Again, I felt like I hit that good. Yeah, that's a decent number. And just where I wanted it, just slightly left of that target line. Loving that. I remember so many students coming for lessons using this and around this model of driver. I'm going to totally see why as I put it down by the ball and as I hit it off the face. Like it just feels good. Right, one more, then we're going to see if I can hit target with it. I can't imagine why there isn't a reason I could hit target. Oh, that's a necky one again. So that is going to be shorter. Some decent hits in there to have a look. Just missing target, but considering where I hit that, not bad at all. Should we go to the fairway, see if I can hit it? Right, let's just try and take it over that right corner is the real option here, isn't it? Felt like I hit that decent. Not my fastest swing. Oh, I've just overcut it. It's carrying the bunker. Of course, it cuts the angle down there, doesn't it? But just a little bit too much movement from me there. That's going to be good if it's not too far left. Yeah, that's perfect. Basic line ball and decent numbers on that. Loving that. Again, with the accuracy test, I kind of do it just to show up any anomalies in there. Hitting target for me, as long as the club is semi-fit, is so much about what I am doing. I always think it's interesting when people ask about dispersion and equate that to a club solely, because it's a mixture. So yes, you might find you hit one club straighter than another, but it's you. It's not that club is a straighter club. It's how it looks, feels, how you pull on it and where it feels. It's all your preconceptions that are in there with that term, which then makes the accuracy test, like I do them on this to try and show you this. It's about how I blend with this club, which is why it's so important you go and test them. And there's the hole, isn't it? Lots of these are performing great. They're looking good and they're super cheap. Testing them, not as easy, is it? So it's always that balance between custom fit, second-hand price. You know, that's what I'm loving this series. I think it's an interesting debate. All right, let's try and send it down that fairway again. Again, a bit more down the right. Not sure that's going to stay straight enough. I tried to start it right, but I've cut it. Yeah, that's too much. Very similar to the first shot. Happy with the hit, just not getting the shape I want. Right, one more fairway hit, and I'm really intrigued to see what these numbers are like. That's gotta be good. Is it too far right again, isn't it? Oh, that's disappointing. So I feel like I could hit that straighter. I feel if you give me another data set, I'll work it out. Let's go and look at the numbers of what I did different from the fairway to the hit. We're smashing them down the range. And how is this G10 faring? Bearing in mind it's a nice price. So let's start with the range balls to kick me off. So me just trying to bang it down the range, averaging 258 yards, 244 in the last shot. So if I take out, that one, which obviously didn't hit in the best spot in the world, yeah, you can see it's Healy there, and I'm a little bit out to in. It's a 262 average, obviously. Topping out at 269 though, with a 2,000 spin. The average spin, if you take out my bad hit, is 2,200. If you put it in, it's 2,400. So I'm going to keep it out for, you know, I would discard that. It's my bad striking. 262 carry, 2,255 revs per minute. Amazing. Strong numbers, launching at 14 degrees. Like, that's so gameable. 268 my longest. I mean, I got a 247 in there as well, actually. If you take out my 2 miss it, sorry, it's going up to 267. It's a 50 quid driver, peoples. That's 267, like, so good. Now, if we take it to my fairway numbers, again, my longest is 268 here, averaging at 255, spinning at 2469. So all shots included, it's 1 yard difference between range and the fairway hits. It's under 100 revs difference between the range and trying to hit fairway hits. Trying to hit fairway just launched a little bit higher, and you can see there the batch of strikes definitely got, I didn't have as a lower batch in there. Those numbers are as good as anything, are they not? That's a 50 quid driver that looks as good as any modern day driver. Sounds great. A new grip. I mean, that is such a good option. And to be honest with you, no surprise from Ping. I say this in review after review. They've got to be one of the most underrated companies out there. They've been making good drivers for a long time. G10, put in the comments down below. Maybe I should try the G5. The one before was the bigger seller. Maybe I should get my hands on a G5. Any other drivers you want me to get my hands on, post comments down there below. Let's test them. Let's see how cheap I can get them. And where and how they come out in a test. Because for your money, when we get back playing golf, if you're looking at a new driver, is there an option there? Obviously, like I said in all the other videos, you've got the issue of a bad grip. You might not get the shaft you think through, depending on how good you are buying on eBay. You got to do your research, dinks, those kind of things, and you can't test just because it's a 9 degree in this club. That's my guesstimation when I order this. I don't know, subject to CGs, if that will be right. So you could also waste your money by getting it wrong. Custom fit, brand new, definitely the best option, but I don't know a driver that can perform maybe that well for 50 quid brand new. Post comments down below if you do. What do you think of that? G10, who's played it? Who gained any Ping drivers? I reckon that's as good as the modern one. I've got the modern one. Maybe again down in the comments below. So we test them up, modern v that one. Be quite an interesting one, wouldn't it? Little footnote at the end. Decent egg cover. So it's not the silly sock, and it's in not bad nick. If you care about your egg cover, that is.